8th October 2018 will go down in the history as an important date when IPCC, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, released a special report for assessing what could be the impacts of temperature rise of 1.5 degrees centigrade over and above the pre-industrial times temperature. Up till now, we all believed that 2 degrees centigrade rise should be the limit that we can probably target in order to make sure that the human-induced climate change does not interfere in our life, in our prosperity and our well-being. However, the small island countries, there are nearly 60 of them, had thought that probably 2 degrees centigrade rise is a bit too high because the rise of the sea level was an existential threat to the small island countries. And hence they said, why not look at rise limited to 1.5 degrees centigrade? And they requested IPCC in a Paris Climate Agreement that let's look at rise limited to 1.5 degrees centigrade. And that's how the IPCC report came up on 8th October, which will be discussed in what is called as a COP24, which is the 24th meeting of Conference of Parties of UNFCCC, which is a United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Now, this report was a path-breaking report. But what was more important is the second news release, which came few hours after the IPCC release, was about the Nobel Prize for Economics. And that news came from the Stockholm. So the first news of IPCC that was released from South Korea, whereas the second one, which was geographically apart, came from Sweden. Apparently these two news appear to be different and of different nature, but there is a powerful nexus between these two news. The first news was of course about the climate change, and the second news was of course about the Nobel Prize on Economics, but the nexus is the Nobel Prize on Economics goes to the two economists, William Nordhaus and Paul Romer, who in fact got that Nobel Prize because of their work on economics of climate change. And I think that powerful nexus marks the 8th October as the important date.